friends, welcome back to my channel. And today is a very scary time in this channel, and let me explain. Of course, before we get started, allow me to give you my disclaimers. I live near a major highway here in the country of Belize, so you will hear those motor vehicles in my background. I also live outside of a major city in the country of Belize, and where I live there's a lot of wild birds. You will hear them, especially at this time of day, calling, chirping, crying in my background. And also I have dogs. Right now I'm hoping they're asleep because they just got fed. But if anyone comes near the house, or if anyone goes near my neighbor's house, you will hear my dogs and their dogs start barking. And with that, let's get back to a regular scheduled program. Okay, so let me explain. My husband is an appreciator of fine art. He's not so much a performer when it comes to fine art. So you won't see him doing a painting, doing a dance, or getting up on stage, doing spoken words, or acting a skit. He will appreciate it. I mean, he really does love fine art, but he's not so much of a participator. But anyway, today I asked my husband to choose the medium in which he would like me to use. And I invite him into my little art room. And I said, honey, these are where my mediums are located. It's on this shelf and on that shelf. And pick a medium you want to see me do a drawing in. And he chose. And let me show you what he chose. This is the medium which my adorable husband chose for me to use. And if you're seeing the word acrylic paint set, that's because it's an acrylic paint set. Now, there's a bit of history when it comes to this set because I've had it for some time. I've had it since last year. And two reasons. One, I have been working with another set of acrylics to try to ease my way into it because acrylic paint is a little intimidating for me. So I was actually working with another set of acrylic paints to be able to build myself up to this one. And two, I just like the packaging of it. I mean, look how nicely assorted it is. It actually comes with its own little palette. I mean, it's a pretty good display, and I didn't want to just rip it all open and start going to town. So I was actually using the other set. Now, this set was a gracious gift from a dear friend of mine, and it's still in its packaging. So this is actually now from my husband choose my art medium to a review and a first impression, because I haven't even opened it yet. As you can see, it's still in packaging, of this Van Bleiswijck 25 acrylic paint set. It's a German brand, and it has 12 milliliters of acrylic paints. And I think I will list the colors that it comes in because it's 25 colors, and let's call them out. It comes with titanium white, black, burnt umber, burnt sienna, yellow ochre, yellow orange, ultramarine blue, cerulean blue, cobalt blue, sap green, green pale, yellow mid, lemon yellow, crimson red, scarlet red, vermilion, rose, pink, flesh tint, violet, mauve, gray, silver, and gold, and back to titanium white. So that's all 25 colors. To implement this set, my dear friend, also gave me a 10-piece set of Van Bleiswijck brush set, and I will use these brush set with these acrylic paint. I'll also be using some Sargent Art Canvas Pad, and these canvas pad is a 100% natural cotton duck that is useful when it comes to acrylic and oil painting. So I think, and it actually looks like canvas paper, so I think it'll be good with this set. And this is what I'll be using for today's video. Now, as for the packaging for these paints, there is not much that is said about them. It doesn't talk about their light fast information. It doesn't say much about them on the packaging. And to be honest, when I did my research on these paints, because I love to research everything, there's very little information that was given about them. Basically, it said the same thing that is said on the packaging. It's acrylic paints. It's a 25-piece set and can make stains on textures. These paints are not washable. So I guess whenever you put a permanent line down, that's it. It is a permanent line. When it comes to the Bleiswijck brushes, it doesn't tell me what size brushes I have here, but it does say oil, use brushes. It does have oils. It says use brushes, cleaning fluids, then soap and water. Water acrylics never allow paints to dry on brush. Clean with soap and water. So I guess these are generalized brushes because it does have oils, and then it has watercolor and acrylics down here. And now let's dig into all this, and let's see how this goes. Okay, digging in now. I'm pulling out these brushes. Okay, what the brushes are, it has Bleiswijck on the brush. Let me show you one of them. And it actually tells you on the brush what they are. This is Bleiswijck flat number 18 brush. This one is the Bleiswijck angular number 18. This is a number 14 filbert. This is a number 14 round. This is a number 10 filbert. This is a number 10 round. This one is a number 8 round. Here's another number 8 round. This is a number 6 round. And here's another number 6 round. So 10 brushes. We do have a good size collection to make a nice small painting with. And now let's dig into these paints. Okay, usually I will grab my scissors and cut the packaging, but I really don't want to cut the tubing of the paint, so I'm trying to tear the packaging off with my hands or with force. We're opening it. Okay, now we got rid of that packaging. Let's see if we could just dig in it some more. Oh gosh. I hope this is not going to be a whole video of me trying to open these paints. Okay, there, I think I got it. Okay. It sounded terrible, and it felt terrible too. Okay, there we go. Let's take out those little pieces there. Okay, there we go. We dug into it, and all it cost me was some fibers. I gotta be careful how I'm breathing because I'll start sneezing. And here we are, all 25 paints busted open. Here's the palette is a plastic palette. Okay, that's so cute. And let's see these paints up close and personal, shall we? Okay, so I was actually trying to flip it over and see the paint drop out, but that's not gonna happen. So we actually do have to take the paints out of the packaging individually. So let's get to that, because it's not gonna flip. So let's get to that, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, welcome to the other side. This palette, too cute. But for my safety, I'll be using my ceramic plate here. And the reason I'm using my ceramic plate versus the pad that it comes with is because I know that it will be very tricky to clean acrylic paint out of these little corners, and I don't want to go through that hassle. I'm a little lazy. So I'll just be using this nice ceramic plate here, which will be much more easier for me to clean when I'm through. I also finished washing out the sizing out of these brushes, and for the most part they're synthetic brushes, and they are very stiff. Well, very stiff for me, because remember, I like watercolor, so a lot of my brushes are very soft, but these have a nice stiffness to it, so I believe it'll be perfect for acrylics. And I have a acrylic pad out. I told you I was actually practicing with another set of acrylics, which is this one right here. I still have it on the pad drying. I was thinking of doing a white painting up here. Let me know what you think. And let's look at these paints now. So the paints do come sealed with the little aluminum seal there, so you'll have to use the little puncher they give you in the cover to open them up. This is titanium white. So let's do all that and let's swatch them out, and again, I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, these are the colors that I am working with. They are super bright. They're so colorful. They're so beautiful. Ideas was just coming to my head of what I could paint with these as I was doing these swatches, and I like them. Oh my gosh, I love this entire color range here, from green, pale sap green, ultramarine blue. I love them. I just love how bright they are, and I wish I could test how they can mix, but I got 25 colors, so I don't necessarily need to do a lot of mixing with this set, because a lot of the colors are already planned out for me, especially the flesh tint. So let's see what we can do with this bad boy. Finished. For the most part, little things I've learned. Thing number one, I don't have enough paint, because I was so mindful of not using all of this that, you know, I kind of put the green pale down to half, because I didn't want to do so much color mixing. So that's the first thing I've learned. Thing number two, try not to use all 25 paints without having a plan. As you can see, I just kind of piled on all the color over this side I kind of represent dirty clothes. I was thinking of dirty clothes on a little hill outside in the opening in the clearing, so I hope I succeeded. So I call it pile of dirty clothes. And the other thing is, when it comes to acrylic paints, you have to be so much aware of your brush strokes. I mean, in watercolor you can get away with brush strokes, because unless you paste your watercolor on thick, the brush strokes will dissolve anyway, but in acrylics, what am I doing? I can't talk today. The brush strokes doesn't dissolve, so they're there. And so that was a struggle for me when it comes to acrylic painting. But all in all, I did have fun doing this. I am learning, and hopefully I'll just leave this to dry now. And hopefully, I also learned my lesson. I was hoping he chose coloring pencils or watercolor. I mean, I was like, yes, he's looking at the watercolors, but he didn't. He chose the acrylics. And I'm going to get over it. I will get over it. And in all this said, thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.